Welcome to Daniel Reviews. I'm Daniel Goodwin, and today we're looking at the Marcy home gym from Sam's Club. Let's get into it. Okay, so this video has been kind of a long time coming. I almost didn't even do it because I lost all my footage of the assembly of the home gym, and which was very discouraging. So unfortunately, I don't have any footage of me putting it together over the course of 2 hours, but I still think it's worth going over, and I want to try to share the few things that I like and dislike about the home gym and whether you should get one. So first, I will say assembly does take 2 good hours for one person to put together. Maybe you could get a little bit faster with 2 people, but it is possible to put it together with one person. You don't need a lot of like someone helping you hold pieces. It generally is fairly easy to work. Everything is pretty much a bolt and nut putting together. There are some pulleys and some cables that are a little tricky, but as long as you follow the instructions closely, you'll have no problem. I did actually manage to get this thing put together without any having to redo any of my work, which is unusual because a lot of times I think I know what I'm doing and then I make a mistake and realize I have to redo it. So great thing happened on this one. That didn't occur. One thing that did happen is this is shipped to you. You can't go into the Sam's Club and buy it. It's usually not at the stores. They will ship it to your door though. You do have to pay a little bit extra. I forget, like, kind of a freight shipping cost. But when it arrived on like, they had to get an in loader and take it off because it's a pretty significant sized, even packaged up. And the packaging was terrible. I actually thought I was going to have to return it because one of the plates, the metal plates that you put on, actually had fallen out of the box. It was so torn up, it busted. But when I actually got everything apart, everything looked good, and I was able to assemble it with no problem. So I got lucky, but I will say the packaging and shipping was quite suspect. Probably the worst I've had from Sam's Club. Here is the entire gym, home gym, if you will. As you can see, it's not huge. I'm 6 foot. At its highest peak, it's probably maybe a little under 7 foot. I can measure that. It doesn't have a massively long footprint. Certainly doesn't have a very wide footprint. These the arms here do not extend very, very far out. You're not doing full chest flies. You're doing like a closed chest fly. So it's not massive. It probably won't work in a tighter space if space is a problem. It'll work with low ceilings, which is very helpful. I would say it's ideal, particularly if you're 6 feet and under. I'm right at the limit where this might almost as uncomfortable some of the exercises because of my wingspan and all. If you were 6'3", 6'4", or something like that, I don't think you'd be very happy with this gym. In terms of the exercise variety offered with the gym, it really does cover a lot. You get most of a full body workout with this, or you can. You can do, I'll go through each one, but you can do lat pull downs, you can do obviously bicep curls, you can do leg extensions, you can do sidearm pulls, you can do a lot of different exercises, of course, the chest fly and the chest press. You cannot do straight overhead press, which is something you might want to use free weights for. But it will give you a full workout, which is what I needed, and what I wanted for here at the house. So the reason I got this home gym was not to make it my primary means of exercise, but to supplement my normal workouts, because I have a gym membership, and I am a big advocate of a gym membership for basically 2 reasons. One, the fact that you're paying for it, at least for me, motivates me to use that gym membership. Some people that's not a motivation, but for me it is. I want to get my money's worth out of it. And 2, once I'm at the gym, I am always pushed to go a little bit further, a little bit harder by everybody else that's at the gym. I see all these people at the gym. They're working, they're trying to be the best they can be, and so I subconsciously or consciously, I'm like, I want to do that too. So I'm a big advocate of gyms, especially if you can find a reasonable price one with a good vibe. Definitely love that. But I got the Marcy home gym because of those days when I don't have the time to get to the gym, or I just don't want to see people. this is a good like secondary supplement gym that I can still do most of the things that I need to do to give me a full workout, and it's a good fit for that. So in terms of exercises, we'll walk through them here on the video. First is the bicep curl, which I'm really digging. I used to always do free weights for my bicep curls, but I'm really liking the pulley system because it keeps a tension on you through the entire motion, whereas as you lift weights, the further up you get, the easier it is on your arms until you start to lower it again, where the pulley kind of keeps that tension the whole time. And I'm really digging that. Let's do that. Next, we have the lat pull down, which is, you know, pretty easy. But I will say that I feel like it's not, obviously because of my size and everything, it just doesn't work as well. So what I typically wind up doing is actually turning around and sitting here, which makes it a lot easier, and I can do more of a pull down this way. So I don't know that it's necessarily how they would show it on the video, but that's definitely how I use it, and it works pretty well. Next, we have kind of this, I don't know, I call it more like a straight pull. And I do want to clarify, this is not included with the Marcy home gym. I did spend like 20 bucks and got a really awesome set of like accessories for your pulleys and everything. And I got this great two-handed grip, which I love. And so you can do with this, you can basically do that straight pull for your back. And of course you have the option for your leg extensions. I'm gonna hold on to this so that it doesn't get in the way. You can detach the bar and chain if you want, but I don't usually because it's easier just to leave it apart, connected. Next you have two variations. You can do the straight forward press, or you can do the curl, which is what I'm doing now. You definitely don't have the room. You can see my arms extend so far past this, so it's not like you can do this very well. It's kind of weird if you try to do it like this. It's not a natural motion. So the easiest way, that's a little more natural, is to take your arms up and do like this as a press, or as a fly. And it works. It's not great. I don't love it. I think it's really just because these arms don't adjust. They just are very fixed. And so it's not a great fit on me at 6 foot. And if you were taller, you definitely would have problems with it. So this is probably the weakest part of the gym, is these arms. Next, to do the press, you just have to change these pins so that they're here instead of there. And it basically locks the arms in place. Make sure that they're lined up. And now you can do an actual press. So now that I've locked the arms in place, I can press forward and do a regular chest press. And it's a good exercise. It's a good range of motion. I definitely don't feel nearly constricted as I do on the flies. The flies are not great. This is a pretty good motion. You can adjust your grip lower or higher depending on what works best for you. You can even probably come in sideways a little bit. So all that works pretty well. No complaints on that piece. Okay, so those are pretty much the range of motions, or the different locations where you can do things. Obviously, you can adjust to fit your needs. So like the bicep curl that I'm doing, you could also do like a starting a lawnmower kind of row with that, with the single one. Same thing with this one here. With this, you can obviously do a lat pull down, but you could also stand and do more like if you put like the split attachment, you could do like a bicep, or tricep pull downs. You can adapt your workout routine to the different motions that the gym supports. You can put on one of these, you can do the tricep pull down, which, you know, honestly, it gives you a really good range of motion. I feel pretty good about that. You don't need to extend it too much. Okay, so what are my thoughts? Well, first let's talk about value. I think I had the entire thing shipped to my door, mostly in one piece, for like $250, $270, I think. So we're not talking a significant outlay of cash here on a home gym. You can spend absolutely thousands of dollars. And that's not the case with this, which is good. So for its value, it's great. Most of it is, you know, good quality metal construction. Feel really good about that. The pulley systems are really solid. I don't feel any problem with that. There's plenty of weight. In fact, there's so much weight that I don't think I'll ever max the weight out. I mean, hope springs eternal that I'll get that big and strong, but truth is probably I'll never use the max weight on this machine. So there's a ton of weight on it, which is good. That's all positive. The seat's fairly comfortable. Really, it's a good little home gym. Negatives are, well, the shipping was terrible. Almost thought I had lost some parts. Assembly is a lot of work, but I mean, I think they all are a lot of work, so I don't know that that's a negative. The biggest negative is that the overall range of motion, particularly with the chest fly, is like terrible. Not good at all. The lat pull down works pretty well, especially if I turn around instead of doing it the way the illustration shows. The press, curl, all those work well. I wish I had a little bit more extension. I had to solve some problems by adding on a chain on the bicep curl, for example. It wasn't enough by itself. So yeah, I would like a lot more options there. I also wish there was 2 independent pulleys that I could do some sort of motions, you know, up and down like that. That'd be useful if it was 2 tower system. But again, we're talking about a real budget value. This is cheaper than a lot of treadmills, right? Like, so to have that, have a small space, you can fit it, really, you could almost fit it in a closet, almost. And, you know, it's useful. You get the full range of motion, full range of workouts on your upper body anyway, as well as leg extensions. So a lot of positives to this gym. It's just a few negatives that kind of take away from it being a true knockout home run. Okay, that's going to wrap up this review of the home gym. Again, apologize. I lost the footage of the assembly, which is probably the most important part, but I will say that it was easy. It just took a long time. It took 2 hours, start to finish. Nothing was complicated. Nothing was too difficult. It came with all the tools. I didn't need any of my additional tools to make it work. So it's definitely something you can put together if you can follow the instructions, which are pretty detailed, even though they're black and white. It wasn't too complicated. Hopefully that was helpful. If you do get the gym, I'd love to hear what you think of it, whether you have the same complaints that I do around particularly the chest flies, or whether you're like, no, it's not a problem. I'd be interested in hearing what you're thinking. Or if you know of a better home gym, particularly in the same price range, that would be interesting to hear about too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.